Alright guys, I want to show you this slick little folding extension table for your Sailrite Leatherwork machine. Tucks right out of the way when not in use, but if you do have a bigger project coming up, it's nice to have that extra work surface. Stick around, I'll show you how to make it. Okay, so I've lacquered the tabletop for the Sailrite machine, and this will just make a nice little folding table to increase the work area on the Sailrite Leatherwork machine. We've also got a smaller piece that's kind of a receiving board for the folding hinges, so we'll show you how it all installs. Okay, here's what you'll need to assemble your table. The main extension tabletop is 18 3/4, which is the same width as your Sailrite table. It's 15 inches across. Next piece is the receiver board for the folding hinges, and it is 18 inches long by 8.5 wide. Another thing you'll need is doggy biscuits, and that's just to keep doggy happy. Good job, Trooper. Assorted hardware, which we'll go over as we install it, and the folding shelf brackets. So we have 2-inch carriage bolts that we'll insert into the mounting board. And on the back of these bolts, we're going to want to add washers as spacers. Now there's a little bit of experimenting to figure out how many washers you're going to need to add, but the reason for these washers is by the time you install them onto the leg, you just want to space it out from this little indent so that this mounting board sits at a 90-degree angle to your tabletop. Loosely install that for now so that we can add the square drive pocket hole screws to cinch it up to the underside of our factory top. Now I had my carriage bolts already pre-drilled, but if you're mounting this for the first time, just use a 3/8 inch spacer and set the mounting board 3/8 of an inch inset from the outer edge of the tabletop at both the back and front of the table. Okay, so we have 3 pocket holes drilled in the mounting board, 2 in front of the table legs and 1 behind the table leg. So we're just using regular 2-inch square drive pocket hole screws, and we'll get those installed now. And then you can go ahead and tighten up your 3/8 inch nuts. The holes on our brackets aren't slotted, and they're about 1/4 inch size, so what we're going to do is just use number 10 by 3/4 inch screws, and the size difference will just give us the ability to adjust the bracket up or down slightly as needed to level out the top. Okay, just a few more number 10 screws from underneath. We'll attach this top to the folding brackets. Leave about a 1/16 inch gap between the extension table and the factory table, but once your brackets are installed, you can just pinch the release lever and drop that extension table out of the way anytime you need. Hi, Trooper. And then if you're doing a larger project, you can just swing it up until it clicks in place. Now you might be wondering if this mounting board below is an impediment to the ergonomics of sewing. And as it turns out, no. With this small table, the operator needs to have their left leg to the outboard side of the metal leg set anyway, and this mounting board doesn't really change anything. If the table is in the drop position, it does add a couple inches of space, but for me, it was a non-issue. And I think if your workroom has the space to allow this extension table to be in the up position, I bet that's the way you'll prefer to use it. My only real complaint about the small table package of the Leatherwork is there's no room to add a drawer. My solution to that was simple. Just add a small carpenter pouch. It can install with button snaps to the side of the table. That'll give you room for all your common tools, manuals, and a good pair of shears. Alright guys, that's how I've decked out my Sailrite Leatherwork with the extension table and the tool pouch. I can tell you it's really added to the functionality of my machine and the type of work I do. maybe it's something you want to look at adding to your workroom. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.